This video is sponsored by Squarespace. From website and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online. More on this later. The pairing between noodles and broth. Do you have a few examples that you could just share with me?
Obviously for us, it's always going to be determined by the chef, because that chef will determine, okay, how does that balance with my soup and my toppings and the whole experience? On the other front, like traditional ramen, for that, we take a lot of the history. The traditional Tokyo chuka soba has a thinner, yellow, soft, chewy noodle. You go up north to Sapporo, the miso ramen is different in how they make it. They're relatively high gluten, strong, and firm in texture, is because when you're served a bowl of ramen in Sapporo, it should be covered by the layer of lard.
It's like natural insulation.
Dude, because it's so cold outside, is they want to keep the bowl as hot as possible.
That's crazy.
Right? And so when you do that, you need a noodle that's going to hold up to the heat. It's probably the hottest bowl of ramen that you'll ever have.
What's up guys, salut, this is Alex. Welcome back to the Ramen series season 2. In this new ramen season, I ultimately want to create my own signature bowl of ramen. Now obviously the noodles are gonna play a key role in my bowl, but there's a problem. I need to be more knowledgeable about noodles, because at the moment I'm only following one recipe, always making the same type of noodles. In episode 4, we met Ivan Orkin, a world-renowned ramen chef. This guy told me that for his shop, there is only one company that he trusts to make his signature noodle recipe for him.
Right.
But you're working with Sun Noodles.
Yeah, and they make my recipe.
So right now, I am heading to New Jersey, to the Sun Noodle Factory, and saying that I'm excited to go and visit these guys would be an understatement. Thank you, man. Bye. So this is Sun Noodle's New Jersey factory, but to understand where this company came from, we need to rewind a bit.
My name is Kenshiro Uki. Currently, my title is President of North America. My father started the company Sun Noodle in Hawaii.
This is Hidehito Uki, Kenshiro's father, and in 1981 he moved from Japan to Hawaii with just a suitcase, a noodle machine, and a dream to share Japanese noodles with the world.
That's where my father started, and it's kind of old school, very manual, really hands-on.
The company grew quickly due to their very unique approach to making noodles. You guys are custom crafting recipes per chef, and even most of the time, several recipes per chef.
I think that's what makes Sun Noodle so special, right? That's what my father started. That was his vision.
Now, skip forward to 2004, and Sun Noodles opened a factory in California. And this was just as a ramen boom was starting in the USA, and more respected ramen chefs started to use Sun Noodles.
Crafting noodles for ramen shops. The benefit even for Sun is, as we work with chefs like Ivan, is that our kind of level of expertise in noodle making always improves and improves. And so that's always been, I think, the DNA of Sun Noodle.
So by 2012, they opened yet another factory in New Jersey.
It's our newest factory, the forefront of what we do. So for us, we'll always try to innovate and wherever we do. So yeah, exciting job what we do.
So let's go take a look. I feel ready.
My name is Makoto Sato. I'm R&D, Research and Development.
So I'm following you, okay? I mean, guys, they do not often show people around this factory, so it's pretty special that they are letting us, look behind the scenes. I love the smell already. Hello, how are you? Oh, okay. So things are getting serious over here. Oh. It's like we're entering NASA. All right, okay. Ready for the air shower? In 3, 2, 1, ignition!
Good. Yeah, now I can no dust. Yeah.
No dust anymore. Super. I love this. I need an air shower in my life. Okay. Wow. Okay, let's talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace definitely has the tools you need to get your business off the ground, including e-commerce templates, inventory management, a simple checkout process, and secure payments. Whatever you sell, Squarespace has merchandising features to make your product look their best online. Something I've noticed and I love to push is that Squarespace makes it easy for chefs and creators to monetize content and expertise in a way that fits their brand. With member areas, you can unlock new revenue streams for your business and free up time in your schedule by selling access to gated content like video classes, online courses, or even newsletters. Check out squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/FrenchGuy to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thank you Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Right now, Makoto is taking us to see where the ingredients are prepared, and it all starts obviously with the wheat flour. Wow! So this is where you store all the flours you use, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is high protein?
High protein, yes. But low ash.
So with this, you're able to develop like some strong gluten, right, afterwards?
Yes, that's true.
They have 4 base wheat flours. Depending on the recipe, they combine these in different ratios to get the desired texture, but also flavor. They also have specialty flours that are sometimes added for flavor or aroma. Oh wow, so this is a rye flour?
Yes.
This is the type of flour you would use for Ivan's recipe?
Yes.
Wow, okay. So you really get down to details for each chef, each customer. Wow. Now, ramen noodles aren't just wheat and water. There are other ingredients that are added for each recipe. So that's where they do the mixes for the recipes?
Yes.
Depending on the recipe, those ingredients are gluten for strength, salt for flavor, riboflavin, a yellow food coloring, and of course, the most important one, Kansui. Kansui is an alkaline salt. It is the ingredient that makes ramen noodles, well, ramen noodles. Because it is alkaline, it increases the pH of the noodle, which changes the texture and the flavor. Now, most essentially, it helps the noodles stay firm even when they are sat in a hot broth. Because, let's face it, nobody likes a soggy noodle. No one. So, for Kansui, you use 2 different types, right?
Yes.
Kansui Blue or sodium carbonate, which makes the noodle more chewy, and Kansui Gold or potassium carbonate, which makes the noodle more firm, more snappy. At this stage, the Kansui salt and riboflavin are mixed with the water content. What they are doing here is very interesting. It reminds me of how pizza chefs always mix yeast and water first before adding it to any flour. Now this is crucial to ensure proper distribution on the end batch. This is now ready to be mixed with the flour and the gluten to form the dough. Right, so this is a mixing floor. Here they combine the liquid portion with the flour. Mixing is happening?
Yes.
You know, this part really reminds me of the pasta factory in Italy that I visited. The dough at this stage looks very similar. Low hydration and kind of crumbly and sandy. I say mixing floor because the dough goes through the floor, like literally. Watch. Wow, okay, so I can see. So basically it falls from here, right?
Yes. From
falls down
to downstairs. Yeah.
Okay. So the dough smelled warm and comforting, but there's a bit of funk somewhere, and it's probably coming from the Kansui, the alkali. Once this dough is mixed, they put it through the rollers to create a very thick and kind of rough dough sheet. This is then rolled up and left to rest for 45 minutes. And then all these behind you are aging.
Everything, yeah.
It allows the dough to relax?
Yeah. Next step.
Okay, cool, I'm following you. Before they can cut the noodles, they work the dough through a series of rollers to gently stretch and make the dough thinner. This develops the gluten even further, but also gets the sheet down to the right thickness to be cut. It's a bit like working your way through the settings on a hand pasta roller. On here it's one really long dough sheet going through successive rollers, getting thinner and thinner. So as I mentioned earlier, they custom make noodles for loads of different ramen chefs. So they have loads of different cutters for each and every specific width of noodles. In my studio, at the moment, I only have one cutter, so I really can't adapt to different types of broth. It sucks.
This is for udon. Udon.
This one is for tonkotsu.
Yeah, 26.
So super thin. They also have specific cutters with these plastic flaps to create wavy noodles. I mean, you may remember a certain someone creating something similar on the channel. Wow, it is such a beautiful product. Honestly, I got so much more respect for it right now. I mean, yes, these guys are doing industrial noodles, but with an attention to detail that is rarely met, even by artisans. Merci. Super intense. Now that we have seen how the noodles are made, Makoto is going to prepare two different styles of noodles for me. Why? Well, I want to experience the difference. I can see that you are preparing the noodles we've seen this morning, right?
Yes.
It doesn't get any fresher than this.
Right.
Now you can relax. So this is...
Like shoyu, which I like.
Okay. Wow, they're very light. Wow. It's really surprising because these noodles, and they are thin, but they're chewy. These are very nice. Also, they slurp very easily.
Right.
And they pick up the broth with them.
Like even straight noodle grabs like soup.
Wow, these are like substantial. Oh, well, okay. I like the fact that they are curly. It's very fun that they go. They are very slippery.
Yes.
Why are they slippery like this?
Because the noodle is a little bit aged, and the air in the noodle comes out, and surface a little bit smoother. Yeah. Than really fresh one.
This is the first time that I was able to taste two different types of noodles in such a short period of time. I really thought that I would love this style way more. I think I prefer the other style because it was thinner, but it was very chewy too. Let's say you want to make like a spin on dandan noodles, for example. Maybe this could work a bit more. But the other one, if you've got like a chicken broth, I think that would work maybe better.
We should go very. Yeah.
Thank you, man, so much for all
Thank
this.
you.
It's been a pleasure. Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Right guys, so that was an amazing experience, and honestly I learned so much about the noodle making process and just how much care and attention these guys are putting into this amazing product. Now, since I'm already in the US, I've been thinking that there is someone that I really should be visiting on this ramen adventure. The guy is an absolute legend when it comes to sharing ramen knowledge online. So right now, I'm at the airport. I'm waiting for my flight to Chicago. And why, in the name of ramen, am I going to Chicago? Simple. Chicago is where I'm gonna be able to find a ramen authority. I should probably say ramen lord. We see us in the next one. Bye bye. Salut.